Hey guys, it's Nikki. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a super exciting video. If you read the title, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the entire Mikayla X Glamlite PAHT 2 eyeshadow palette and full collection. That's right, I bought the full collection. I actually bought the PR box bundle, which saved you money and you could use a coupon code. And yes, I bought every single thing in the collection and I'm going to be showing it to you today because this is such a highly anticipated collection, and this is a collection that so many people have gotten and so many influencers have reviewed. I'm not going to be showing you guys swatches just because of the fact that there are so many videos out there full of eyeshadow swatches. Mikayla did one herself. So strictly in today's video, I'm just going to be showing you guys basically me getting ready, using the products, and my official thoughts and review on the product. If you guys love makeup reviews and love talking about beauty and makeup, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. That way you don't miss any videos. And also too, don't forget to follow my TikTok because I did do a full reveal of this collection on there so you can see what it looked like fresh out of the box. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so a couple things I want to point out is I'm a little late to filming this collection because I literally just got this collection last night. It is Tuesday when I'm filming this and I got this collection Monday night. Basically, long story short, it took over a month for this collection to actually ship for me. And I know I wasn't the only one. There were a lot of people that were experiencing long shipment times. So obviously the shipment for this collection was not ideal, especially when I bought it within the first couple minutes of the launch. So again, it took a really long time. I was getting really frustrated because I was sitting in pre-shipment for a very long time. I was sitting in pre-shipment for almost 3.5 weeks and I purchased it on launch day. So it was a really long time, and it also shipped like a month after the product even launched. So it just was not ideal. I really wish that the shipment situation would have been like taken care of a little bit quicker, but you know, what can you do? The collection's here. So this is the PR box. This is basically the big, fantastic, beautiful green and gold glitter box that all the influencers got. And then when you open it up, I'm really trying to keep this contained here. You have Mikayla looking beautiful in the package just like that. And then you have basically where all the products were. If you want to see what it looked like, one, you can go to my TikTok, and two, I'll post a picture of what the entire box looked like when it was filled up. Super pretty. Filled with all the products in there. I took everything out obviously for this video, and then the eyeshadow packaging for the palettes, I can't even see, I put back in the box so they can just kind of be kept. And then I'm gonna display this in my room because it's literally gorgeous. And in the future, when I have a beauty room, that thing is going on its own shelf because it is a work of art. So in the collection, you have 2 eyeshadow palettes. You have the giant Mikayla X Glamlite eyeshadow palette, which this packaging, can we talk about it? So I opened up this package. Jason was standing next to me. If you don't know, Jason's my boyfriend. I talk about him all the time on my channel. And he thought he was literally just like going with this with the palette the whole time. He thought it was super fun. The packaging's definitely super unique and I love it. Kind of reminds me of Christmas. That's what he said too. So you have the Glamlite, the 30 color palette here. And then you also have the 10 color palette. I'm just going to be using the 30 color palette today, but I will do another video using the 10 color palette. You also get the velvet makeup bag with the eyeshadow brushes inside. Now these brushes I love because they're perfect for blending, for more intricate work. And I'm so excited to use these brushes like in my collection. It's just, I'm honestly so excited. I think that these are going to be absolutely perfect for blending and doing more intricate work because of their sizes, and they're so fluffy. So I'm so excited to use these and actually like make them a part of my everyday routine. You get lashes in this collection, which I'm super excited to try out. Get a highlighter palette and something really exciting that Glamlite actually sent in the package as well. Because of the shipping basically taking a really long time, they threw in a really popular highlighter from the first launch. I'm not going to use this today. I will probably use it in a different video when I use the 10 color palette, but this is what it looks like. First of all, this color like actually looks so beautiful. So I'm so excited to try out this highlighter. And it's from the first launch, which I never bought. I knew who Mikayla was, but I didn't really follow her on TikTok at the time. So I didn't get the first launch. And then after I started following her and she announced part 2, yeah, I needed to get it. And we also have Lippies, which are super cool. We have like more of a lighter nude. And then you also get more of like this beautiful clear gloss. And then you have, which is my favorite, more of a darker nude lipstick, and then you get more of a gold sparkle gloss. So lots to do today. Let's go ahead and start putting it on the eyes. All right, so I'm gonna pull my hair back like I always do, and just kind of, I'm gonna do my makeup how I normally do. I'm not gonna do anything different technique wise because I'm using this collection or anything. I'm gonna use my makeup strictly how I always do. I'm gonna scoot a little bit closer to my makeup desk, get my mirror set up. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do, what I always do, is I always prime my eyes with this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Fix Concealer in the shade Light Sand. It's a full coverage pot concealer, and I really like this for my lid area. It cancels out any redness, but it also does a really good job of concealing and leaves a really nice base for the eyeshadow. It also really helps because since I'm using more of a thicker concealer, it also really helps with the fact that it doesn't necessarily stain my eyes as much as like just using like a colorless eye primer would, but it also makes the color stand out more, which I really like. So I'm just gonna go through and blend this out with my beauty sponge. This is just a really old and dirty Real Technique sponge. Don't judge me, I really need to get a new sponge, but that's a different video for a different time. I'm still gonna apply tape. I'm a tape girl through and through. I always use tape, I always have. That's just my thing. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's just what I do. I've always used tape, and again, I use it every time I do my eyeshadow. Super dramatic, so I'm not gonna change that. I'm gonna do everything how I would, because to me, that's how I'm gonna give this collection a fair shot if I like it or not, which I think I will. I'm gonna be biased and say I'm pretty sure I do, because everything I've bought in that Mikayla's recommended I've loved. So this is the 30 color eyeshadow palette. We've already gone over the packaging. It's literally beautiful if I can get it open. So this is what it looks like. You have the insert, which I throw those away because I hate them. Ooh, baby. When I opened this, first of all, my boyfriend, you get a ginormous mirror, which I love. My boyfriend, who's not super big into makeup, thought that this was like the coolest color story ever, and I agreed. So it's just kind of funny that he thought that this was even super cool when he literally doesn't know much about makeup. But we're also going to be getting into fall time. I live in Nebraska and fall is among us. So this is like the perfect like transition to fall palette, and you can use this every year. So I'm really excited. You get the, I'm trying to get this off with my nails. I might have to get it off later, but you get the insert on the mirror to kind of protect it. I like to take those off because then when I travel, I can actually use my mirror, and it's actually beneficial. And then for shits and gigs, I'm going to show you what the 10 color palette looks like. So Mikayla said that when she created these 2 palettes, she wanted to create something that's like you can also use for like traveling, but then you could use something for like day to day. This is like the perfect travel palette. It's basically a miniature version of the larger palette, but none of these shades are in the larger palette, which is really nice. So it's like you kind of get the same effect, but you don't have the exact same shades. So then you don't feel like you have a duplicate, which is super freaking nice in my opinion, because I feel like it's just perfect what you need. You've got some sparkle tones and you've got anything. You can do transition looks, darker looks, a little bit more of a natural look with this. So I think this is perfect for like a travel on the go palette. Plus I love the packaging of this. It's felt, kind of reminds me of like Anastasia packaging and everything. I know a lot of people have said it kind of reminds them of the Anastasia palette of the Anastasia palettes, and I kind of agree. I love the felt to it, but the one thing about felt, it gets dirty pretty fast, especially if you're like me. I'm not clean when it comes to makeup. I get crap everywhere. My makeup gets dirty, but that's how you know I like it. So one thing right off the bat when I'm looking at this palette, it doesn't have a matte cream shade, which is okay. That's not something that's like a buzzkill for me. I just personally use a matte cream shade or like a matte shade to like set my makeup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just like a face powder. This is by Makeup Revolution. It's nothing crazy. I'm gonna use this for like my face, but I'm just gonna set like my lid with this, and then I'm just gonna set like my brow bone. And I usually do this just to like set that concealer, primer, and everything, just so nothing creases. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this shade right here, and this is the shade 13. We're gonna do more of a green look today because one, we're getting into fall. I love green, and I just think that this shade is gonna be really pretty. I'm gonna use a like Miss Glam brush. I guess I'll just tell you guys whenever I do use the Mikayla brushes, I'm basically gonna use a mixture of like wow, look at that color. I'm gonna use a mixture of like my everyday brushes that is like my tried and true for certain things, and then I'm gonna incorporate the Mikayla brushes on parts of my eyeshadow that I know will be like a nice intricate part because of how small they are. But right off the bat, do you see that pigment? That's actually insane. Wow. And this color, so vibrant colors and just like vibrant colors in general and just like darker colors can be like really difficult to blend, and this is literally just blending like a dream. It looks a little bit more like turquoise on the eye than the color. You could probably build it up to be, yeah, there we go. It builds up really nicely. That's literally so pretty. I could honestly just like all over with some highlight, call it a day. So now I'm gonna go in with this brush. This is the 04. I'm not gonna say Mikayla X Glamlite the whole time because you already know where they're from. I'm gonna take this shade right next to it. It's the shade Fall River. I love how everything is like in her accent. I'm gonna take this shade and we're gonna go on the inner part of our crease, and I think this brush is gonna be perfect for that. So we're just gonna, wow, okay, gorge. And we're basically just gonna take this all in the like inner part to the center of our crease and stop before we get to the outer corner. Also, I forgot what it's like to use like fresh brushes. But wow. Do we see that green? I feel like on camera it looks a little bit more like turquoise than what it actually looks like in person. In person it's more of a green, whereas on camera I feel like it looks more turquoise. But you guys will see kind kind of in the thumbnail and stuff when I take pictures how it actually looks. It looks like the green looks more like the green on the brush than what it's picking up on camera, but cameras always make things dark or lighter because of the contrast and stuff. I'm gonna go back in with just my transition shade brush with no additional product and just kind of like blend that out just so it's nice and seamless. Okay, we've got that on. That's looking so pretty. I'm like honestly so impressed. What color do I want to take next? So I'm gonna take this shade Cody James right here. Oh, Cody, like her fiance. And I'm gonna take that and fluff that into the outer part of my crease. And this is really just going to darken up this look. You can see that it's starting to look darker. Again, on camera, it looks more, this looks more blue than what it actually is. It's looking definitely more green in person than on camera, but this is looking very, very pretty. I'm like actually obsessed with this green look. I could have done like a purple or a blue look, but I really just wanted to play with these greens because they literally looked fan-freaking-tastic here. And then we're gonna take this brush that we had that first shade on and just kind of blend with no additional product. Just kind of blend like everything together here. Wow, we are looking green today and I'm obsessed with it. Now I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called The Commons, and we're gonna go in the outer corner of our eye and really pack that in there and just make it this really dark green in there. Yeah, and just really pack that like that in the outer corner of her eye. And I'm kind of bringing that up almost like a little bit of a wing. You can really see, oh yeah, that color on camera is starting to make it look a little bit more green, but it's just gonna add some dimension to the eye without it looking so like one color. That's like literally gorge. Oh my god, I cannot believe how beautiful this palette looks so far. Again, I said I was gonna be a little bit biased just because I do love Mikayla and her personality, but I'm obviously being very honest about the products and they are blending so nicely. But we're just applying that all in the outer corner here. I'm gonna go in with this brush here. This is in the shade, or not the shade, the style 02, and I'm gonna take that same shade and we're gonna fluff that in like the lower part of our crease. And I think this brush is perfect for that because of how just more like densely packed and small it is. And we're just gonna blend that in our lower crease just like that and just blend that in. I also forgot just how like nicely new brushes and like clean brushes blend everything. Makes me feel like I need to go through and wash all my brushes tonight. It is literally looking so pretty. I literally can't. One thing I will notice is I kind of feel like this brush kind of picked up a little bit of the shadow in that outer area here, just on that one side. I don't feel like it's on this side, but I did feel like it kind of, maybe just in the blending because it's so new, it just picked up a little bit of the product over here. And then I'm just gonna extend out this outer corner just to make it look nice and precise. Trust the process because I know this looks insane right now, but it'll look better, I promise. I'm gonna take the shade right here, Beauty Kills, and I'm basically gonna use this kind of as a buffer to blend that. And I'm also gonna use it on the 01 brush. I'm gonna use this to kind of blend the outer corner color into the crease color and kind of just use it as a little bit of like an extra dimensional shade, which is right in that outer corner area. I've been doing this for a while. It honestly seems like a really excess thing to do, but that's just what I'm gonna do. It just kind of, you can see it just kind of creates like an extra like dimensional look and just kind of blends everything. And then I'm gonna just go in with that same brush that I used for my outer corner, that outer corner color, and just blend. I'm just gonna take a hint more of that Cody James in the outer part of the crease, and then just kind of go in and touch up the commons a bit and everything like that. So just kind of blending and touching up. So now I'm gonna take the shade Blackest Black, that's how it's spelled, super cute. And I'm gonna take this just in the outer V of my eye here. This is gonna add more dimension, so we're not just like looking super black, like not black. We're not looking super like one color. It's just gonna add some dimension. I always take black in the outer V depending on the makeup look. And yeah, I'm just obsessed with doing that. So I'm gonna do that here. And then taking that brush with some of Beauty Kills and just blending that out a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. And just adding some dimension like that. Okay, so I carved out this eyeshadow look on the lid so I can do a lid color, and you can really start to see that gradient of the colors so much better when you carve out the lid. I always carve out the lid and I love the look. All my brushes are like turning green right now. It's insane. This shade I've been eyeing, and I really just feel like I need to use it, but I do want to use some of these really pretty golds in there to kind of give a little bit of a gold pop to this look so we're not so green. This look, or this palette, also is like perfect for Christmas. Like, I definitely think green look on the eyes, red lip is like, this is the epitome of a Christmas palette. But I think I want to use this shade right here, which is called The Market. It's like a beautiful, you can't really see it on camera. It's a green, but it almost has like an emerald shift to it. It looks very gorgeous. So I'm gonna try it with a brush at first and see how it applies. And ooh, you guys see that? Oh, that's pretty. I was gonna say I'm gonna apply it with a brush first, see how it applies, and then go in with my finger. Usually with sparkles, I usually do a brush layer, kind of blend it, and then I'll top it with my finger. But that actually looks like literally gorge. Wow. Are you guys seeing this? How sparkly that looks? Wow, that actually looks gorgeous. I'm so surprised. I'm gonna take this brush that we used just for our outer corner, and I'm literally just going to kind of blend that. Usually I do it before I apply the lid shade, but I didn't today. I actually don't think I need to apply this with my finger at all, but I'm going to just to see. Yeah, it just adds a little bit more sparkle, but I really don't think you need your finger. If anything, you could just like spray the brush if you really wanted to, but that's literally gorgeous. So now I'm gonna take the shade, I think I'm gonna take this shade. It's got a little bit more of a green gold shift. Ooh, did you see that? I almost dropped the palette. I'm gonna take the shade Insane. That was insane. And it's got more of like a green gold shift to it, and I'm gonna apply it. Oh yeah, that was a good choice. Directly like in the center, just to give it a little bit more dimension, if you will. There we go. Sometimes I usually always like to do like more of a sparkle, more of a pop. Can you see that? It gives it more of like a different effect. And I'm obsessed with that. That looks so pretty. I'm gonna go in with this brush in 03, and right now, because it's been so hot, I haven't been using eyeliner. I've just been taking a black shadow and an angled brush and basically doing eyeliner, but with black shadow. So I'm gonna do this, do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back to do like lashes and all the other stuff. Okay, so this is what the look looks like so far. I have my base done brows done, and we have 2 lashes in this collection. This is what the lash boxes look like. They're super cute. So we have Mikayla PAHT 2 in the shade in the style Daydreamer here. These look to be a little bit more of like a natural everyday lash, and I think I'm going to use more of the dramatic lashes today. We have one in the style High Fashion, which is going to be a little bit more volumizing, a little bit more lengthening, so I think I'm going to use these today. They look like this. Definitely up my alley. I'm going to just use some tweezers just to take them out of the lash box very, very carefully. I always do this with new lashes because the last thing I want to do is ruin them, and then you're screwed because then you're like, oh my god, I can't wear them now because I ruined my lashes. I've had that happen before where I've just done it with my fingers and I've totally ruined the lash. So I'm going to just measure it on my eye here and just see if I need to trim anything. Doesn't really look like it. Yeah, it doesn't really look like I need to trim any, which is good. So I'm gonna put some glue on, and then we are going to put on the lashes. I like the lash packaging that it just slides out like that, and it's a little bit more compact. I really, really like that. All right, so I have lashes on. They definitely add more of a dramatic effect to this look, which I really like that I went with the High Fashion ones. They look really pretty. They actually feel very lightweight and comfortable on, which is really important too. Obviously when wearing a smoky look, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes the lashes, but I definitely think that these ones add a little bit more just oomph to the look rather than just wearing a natural lash. They probably look really pretty with like a bronzy smoky eye as well. So what I'm gonna do is do the under eye, do the rest of the face, and then I'm gonna come back for highlighter and lips. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with everything except for highlighter and lips. On the lower lash line, I pretty much just used a combination of the same colors to create like this very like smoky blown out lower lash line. Ooh, I'm bringing the insert with me, I guess. And then in the palette for my inner corner, I used this beautiful shade called Glazed right here, and I just used that right on the top of the brow bone. Super beautiful and super beautiful. I love it. It's just like super dramatic and fun. Now we're gonna spray the face, and we're gonna apply the Mikayla PAHT 2 Glamlite highlighter. It's a trio. First of all, I love this packaging. I love how it has this little like knot here, and you open it up like this. These are the 3 shades. Let me take off. There's like a plastic covering here. I'm trying to get this off. Where's my tweezers? So I got that off. Again, it has a covering for the mirror as well. I'm trying to think what shade I want to use. I think I want to use the shade Blinded, which is right here in the center. They're very holographic, if you can't tell. Blinding just looks a little bit more champagne, whereas Starstruck looks a little bit more pink, and then you have this beautiful bronze. Are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? It's pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my face like I always do before doing my highlighter. Let me give her a spritz. I'm using the Make It Forever Mist and Fix. Give her a little shake. Okay, so since my face, sorry, I always play with my hair. Since my face is still a little bit damp, I'm gonna go in with Blinded here, and I'm just gonna take my brush, and we're just going to apply this right. Oh wow, I wish you guys, that looks so holographic and beautiful on the cheek. You can kind of see it on camera. Do you see that shift? Oh my god. Okay. Other side. Wow. Yeah. You see that? You can really see it from that side. I pretty much just take highlighter and from like the middle up. So it's really right at the top of the cheek. Wow, that is beautiful. I want to show you what the palette looks like. So there is some fallout. This is more, I'm going to be honest and say, like, these are definitely more of like a glittery, shimmery highlight. So with that, you're going to have quite a bit of fallout in the palette. I'm going to be honest and say fallout doesn't necessarily bug me as far as like, wow, I cannot believe that highlight. Fallout and palettes don't bug me. You're going to have fallout with shades. We're just going to apply this to the nose. The only thing that bugs me with fallout is when it like affects the pigment and affects overall how the shades apply. I'm wondering if these are baked, just the way that they're applying. I think they are. Like, look at that. My little Cupid's bow highlight are gonna need to kind of tone her down a bit. Looking a little boogery. Okay, so we're gonna go above the brow here. I think this color really does kind of complement the look that I did just because of the holographicness. But wow, I actually am like so impressed. The holographic kind of gives it on the face a little bit more of like a blue-green shift. Yeah, that's what it looks like. A little bit more of like a blue-green shift, and I'm actually like super impressed with it. For the fun of it, I kind of want to take a little bit of Are You Kidding Me and go just like right here in the center, just to add a little bit of like bronziness into it. This definitely, yeah, just like right there. This definitely, Are You Kidding Me, is definitely more of a sparkly shade. It's definitely more of like a glitter. We're just gonna take it right in the center there. Yeah, you can kind of see it blend in. It's definitely more of a glitter than the other two. The other two seem more of like a baked formula, whereas this one just actually seems more of like a glitter that you can put on the face. Very pretty though. Very, very pretty. Again, I am going to make a video using the second palette, and I'll actually use this highlight from the first launch just so I can like try it out. But we're going to spray the face one more time because I always spray the face after I apply highlighter. But first, I'm just going to take my blush brush, blend some of this in here so we don't look super crazy. We want to look beautiful, but not like crazy. Okay, so we have two lip products to show you. We have the lighter ones and then we have the darker. I think I'm going to use more of, well, now that I'm looking at this look, I don't know. I kind of think I want to use a little bit more of the darker nude with this look. But first you have the lighter shade. This is just what the lip liners look like. And then you've got the color at the bottom. And then it's just a pencil that you would sharpen. The only thing I wish that the lip liner and the matching lipstick had a shade name, just because then that way it's super easy to kind of pair the two together, but that's just personal preference. But here's the coolest thing about this lipstick packaging. So it's just a regular green bullet and beautiful, right? It's got the gold on the top and the bottom. Here's how you open it. You press down and the bottom pops out. And then you just open it like that. This is the lighter nude. It's definitely more of like a peachy pink, which I do like, but I don't know if I'd like with this look. And then to just put it back, you literally put it in and push it all the way up and it clicks. And then you don't have to worry about in your purse or anything. You don't have to worry about your lipstick top falling off. Amazing. Again, it's the little things in life for the packaging, and I'm in it. This gloss, you can use these glosses with any one of the lipsticks. I definitely think that I would use more of this gloss with that lighter peach. I think it would go better, but this is more of like a clear gloss with some sparkle in it. This is what the doe foot looks like. Very pretty. I think it's definitely something I would use for more of like a lighter nude just because of the color and everything, but very, very beautiful. These are the lip combos I'm going to use today. So this is just the Mikayla X Glamlite, and this is what it looks like. I kind of nicked the top of this one when I opened it earlier, so oopsie whoopsie. But you have the matching lip liner, and then again, you have the matching lipstick, which I think this is the color I'm going to use. This is more of like definitely a me shade. And then this is the gloss. You got a beautiful gold shimmer in there, and that's again the doe foot. I actually really like the doe foot of this gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and just line my lips like normal and overline them a bit like I always do. Right off the bat, I can say that this lip liner is very, very creamy, which I personally love. I don't like a lip liner that is super dry and just really hard to blend. I really like one that's really creamy and it's really pigmented, which is nice. So I'm just kind of doing my typical routine that I do with my lip liner. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the lipstick here. Again, this packaging is just so cool. I love it. It's just so cool, but this color is more of like my kind of color, so I'm super excited to try this out. Very creamy. Very, very creamy. All right, so this is the color. I really like it. I think it looks super pretty, and the lipstick is super, super creamy, which I like. It's not like super drying or anything. I always outline my bottom like right in the middle, and then my cupid's bow right after I apply lipstick with any lip color and lip liner. Again, we're just doing our normal routine here, and that's the lipstick. I really like it, actually. It's very, very pretty. And then I'm gonna apply some of the gloss kind of more in the center. The only thing I will say that makes me nervous about these glosses and the lipsticks is that they're not a liquid lip. They're more of like, they're a bullet lipstick, and they're not super matte. They're creamy formula, which I think feels very, very comfortable. My biggest pet peeve is I just hate when your lipstick like gets on your doe foot for your gloss. That's just me. Again, that's just me. So, but it really just depends on the creator's personal preference. If they like more of a bullet, or if they like more of a liquid lipstick. To me, I like both. It doesn't really matter. That's just a little thing that is my thing, is I just prefer more of a matte liquid lip or more of a matte bullet to like, so the gloss doesn't spread. I don't know, I'm weird, that's just me. But let's apply this gloss. Again, I wish that they had names for like the lipsticks and the glosses, but that's just my opinion. It's very, very pretty though. I always dab lip gloss. I never swipe just because I don't want to take off any of the lipstick. But okay. This is the finished look. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna kind of give you guys the rundown. I'm making sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth. So I'm just gonna kind of give the rundown as far as everything in the collection, what I think is worth it, what I think is nice, but it's not necessarily a need. And then I'm gonna do a check-in after I have my hair and everything done, and kind of check in after I get dressed, have my hair done, and then kind of let you guys know throughout the day how this wears and everything like that. So right off the bat, obviously the main thing in this collection is the 30 pan eyeshadow palette and the 10 color palette. Between looking at the two palettes, obviously the main thing you're probably gonna want to go for is the 30 color. You have every single shade from the collection in here. It's a beautiful palette. The colors on the eyes, I'm gonna be honest, blended super nicely. I'm really excited to use some of the purples and the blues and kind of intermix them. I just really wanted to do a green look because these greens look gorge. Obviously green is kind of the highlight of this palette. The formula was really nice, which is really important when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. And I think they blended really nice. We'll just see obviously throughout the day how they last. The 10 color palette, I think it's really pretty. I love that none of these shades are in the original. I definitely think this is a personal preference. I know I'm definitely gonna use this, and I might use this more, I might use this less, depending on my mood for the day. But I just can't get over this highlight. I definitely think this is personal preference. I will say, if you are one that travels a lot, I would definitely probably recommend, and you want like a similar effect without bringing the whole palette, I would definitely bring the 10 palette or purchase the 10 palette if you're into traveling a lot, because it's definitely going to be more friendly to travel with than the 30 color palette in risk of it potentially breaking. Now these can definitely go in your carry-on, which is super important, but needless to say, accidents might not happen. So, you know, I definitely think the 10 color is a little bit more practical, but if you're a makeup collector and everything, I definitely think it could be good to have both, just because they're two different palettes, which is really nice. The top thing that I think I recommend besides the 30 color palette is the highlighter palette. Now this is super, super pretty. I love the shades in it. This one, like I said, is more of a glitter, whereas these two are definitely more of like a holographic highlight on the face. This is beautiful. If you love highlighters, I definitely think that you're going to love this palette. When it comes to the lashes, I really do think that they're nice. I don't think that they're an absolute need. I don't feel like you necessarily have to go out and purchase the lashes, but I do think that they complement like the look nicely. They're very comfortable on so far. I don't feel heavy. The band doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel like it's poking me in the eye. So I can definitely say that I really do personally enjoy the lashes. Again, I use the shade High Fashion, and then it also comes with another pair. It's a little bit more day to day. So I'd say that lashes are personal preference. If you love lashes, you might like these. To me, they feel very comparable to Ardell lashes. I love Ardell lashes and Kiss lashes. They're super inexpensive. The lash bands are super comparable to these, whereas they're super lightweight. So I definitely would say, if you love eyeshadow and lashes, to try them out. I don't feel like they're absolutely 100% a need, but I really do like them. All right, when it comes to the lip products, I definitely think it's like a to each their own situation. I love lip products, so when I saw that she was coming out with 2 nude lip combos in this collection, I felt like I had to have it. I'm personally a nude gal when it comes to lipsticks and lip liner and everything. I love a nude typically, and then sometimes I like to be big and bold and wear a red or a burgundy or a purple. But 95% of the time I'm in a nude. So I definitely think the nude is really nice as far as like it keeps it neutral. You can wear it with any look, which I actually really like, because there's some collections where they could come out with a bright palette and then like all reds, and then it's really hard to find a pair that actually matches a look perfectly. Whereas depending on the look you do, if you do something more rosy, more blush, or if you do something a little bit more dark, you have a darker nude and a lighter nude to choose from. The lip products feel really nice. I wouldn't necessarily say you would need both of them, but I definitely think that if you love lip products, go give it a shot. They feel really good. I really love this color in the darker nude. That's probably going to be the color I use the most, honestly. But if you're very fair in skin tone, I really think you're going to like this lighter peach. And it's nice that it does come with a matching lip liner as well. Okay, so let's talk about the brushes and the makeup bag. I'm pretty sure the makeup bag just comes if you purchase the PR bundle, but this is the makeup bag. It's velvet. It's actually really, really large. So it can fit a lot of brushes in here, and that you do have like little pockets. You could probably put like your sponges, your puffs, and stuff into. But this is a very large makeup bag, and it's very big. You could probably fit, like, honestly, most if not all of your brushes in here. So I think that this is really nice. It says Mikayla X Glamlite. It's felt, and then on the inside it's more of like a silky, like, rub texture that you can clean off. But I do think this is a nice makeup bag. And then it's got like the little I don't know what to say, hook thing on the side, so you have some room for the bag to expand. This is really cute. The brushes, I just kind of have them intermixed in my eye brushes. I think they're nice. I'm gonna be honest, they blended really nicely. They did the job. They're perfect for this palette and this collection for doing intricate work and also blending. Do I think you need the brushes? No. I definitely think you can achieve this look using any brush that you own. I don't think you necessarily need the matching brushes for this collection. They're fun, don't get me wrong, to use them in everything and to have them as a part of the full piece, but do I think they're an absolute necessity? No, I don't think you need the brushes, but I think they're nice to have. If you're on the market for new brushes, these are perfect. They're like the perfect amount you need to create an eye look. I've been doing makeup for about 10 years on myself, so I've really perfected a technique that I love, and I have developed an intricacy and a pickiness when it comes to how my eyeshadow looks. So with that, I tend to use a lot of different brushes. I think I use about 6 or 7 eye brushes, which is a lot. You don't need that. But I definitely think if you're gonna be starting out with makeup, or you want to start experimenting with makeup, these are the perfect amount you need. It comes with 4 brushes. You have 2 perfect blending brushes, a packing brush, an angled brush, and you can also use your packing brush also for sparkles and lid colors as well. So overall, that's my final thoughts of the collection. I am going to do my hair, get dressed, and then I'm gonna come in and do a check-in for you guys a little bit later. So that way I can kind of let you know in real time how the makeup is wearing. But I just wanted to give you the rundown of all the products, let you know what my absolute favorites were, stuff that I liked, and stuff that I would recommend or you don't necessarily need. I'm gonna be so transparently honest. I'm not saying this because I'm a huge fan of Mikayla, but I'm saying this because I genuinely think that every single product that I tried was very good. I think that all the products did their job. They look beautiful. There was nothing that I tried that I absolutely hated, and there was nothing that I tried that I was very iffy on. Everything looks beautiful. They feel nice. They blended nice. And everything honestly did the job that it should have done. So I will say I'm very impressed with the collection. Obviously, the biggest thing going into it now is how does the eyeshadows last? How does the glitters last on the lid? How does the highlighter last? Obviously, when it comes to lipstick and lip gloss and everything, it really just depends on your activities, if you're drinking, eating, talking, stuff like that. So, obviously that really just depends, especially depending on the formula. A little bit more of a creamier formula, you're gonna probably have to touch up more. But I will say, me sitting here for talking as long as I have been, my lips actually look very nice. Obviously, I'm gonna have some lunch. I don't obviously expect for this to not be transfer proof because it's not a liquid lip. It doesn't claim to be transfer proof. It's just a regular bullet lipstick. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on everything. Let me do that and then I'll check in a bit for you guys. All right, you guys, here is an update before I go to bed. So I just ate dinner, had some drinks. Obviously the lipstick is like not there anymore, but the lip liner is hanging on strong. Highlighter still looking beautiful. You can still see like the gorgeous like holographicness of it. I took the lashes off right when I got home because once I come home and I'm ready to like just decompose for the night and everything, just relax, I take the lashes off. But the eyeshadow is still going strong. Yeah, the eyeshadow is still going really strong. Obviously, you see my lash mark, but everything looks really, really good. I'm very impressed. It's still super sparkly on the lid. Like, it's just, look how that sparkle. It looks so pretty. This is something that I really never expected because a lot of shimmers, like the glitter wears off or anything, so it looks super, super nice. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos down below. and more reviews, and stay tuned because I am going to be using the 10 color palette and the OG Mikayla X Glamlite highlight in another video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.